Hi guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about things that I do to make sure I have a great day. And these are things that I practice almost daily. They're not difficult things, but they're just simple things that I try to slot into my day-to-day life to boost up that good mood, that positivity, and keep myself motivated to have a good day and to not lose sight of what's important in my day-to-day life. And I know you like a good honest chat about things that are important to us mums just as much as I do. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you're new around here, a quick little introduction. My name is Ysis. I have two young children, James and Isabella, who are 3 and 1. And if you like these honest motherhood conversations, then please do stick around. I do plenty of these videos here on my channel. I'll leave playlist linked below of all the relevant videos to this video. So if you enjoy this one, then maybe you'll enjoy the ones linked in the description box below. So without further ado, I'm gonna get straight into it. So the main premise for me is that I know that there are things in my day that I can't control and things that I can control. And things I can't control are things like the weather, or having a poorly child, or having a bad night's sleep with a child awake through the night. I cannot control these things. I can't change their outcome. But there are things that I can control to make sure that I start the day right, or simply to help me remind myself to keep a positive mind and to see the silver lining. And the first thing that I do in the morning to make sure that I start the day right, on the right mindset, is something very simple, but it's to clean my teeth in peace. And like I said, it's very simple, but I just make sure that I ask Matthew to have both kids if they're both awake, so that I can go in the bathroom, go to the toilet, clean my teeth, wash my face, and do those couple of minutes, it's not even 5 minutes, but couple of minute things in peace. I feel like when I wake up in the morning, I'm already, sort of like groggy. I'm up earlier than I'd like to be, and those couple of minutes brushing my teeth, just letting my mind work and letting my thoughts flow through without any interruptions or screams in my ear, just work wonders for me. So yeah, that's something that I do every day, or as often as I can. Obviously it's not always possible, but as often as I can. And I do notice a big difference in how much more relaxed and positive I am when I go and get the kids out of bed, if I've done that first and in peace. So tell me, do you have anything similar that you do first thing in the morning that you feel like changes your mood? Let me know in the comments below. My second thing that I like to do is to make the beds and get myself and the children dressed before we even go downstairs for breakfast. And I never used to do that until I moved to this house, which was in December last year. So it's been January, February, March, April, May, about 6 months that I've been doing that. And I've noticed a big difference in how much more productive I am and just how much more ready I feel for the day when I do that. I used to go downstairs in pajamas and take the kids in their pajamas and do breakfast in their pajamas. And before I knew it, it was 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and we were still in our pajamas. The beds weren't made upstairs. And it literally takes me 5 minutes when I'm upstairs still, after I get out of bed and the kids get out of bed, just get everybody dressed. Well, it doesn't really take me 5 minutes. It takes me more about like half an hour, but it's half an hour that I get done, and it's done then for the day. We're all ready. And if we want to go out straight after breakfast, everybody is dressed and ready to go. I don't know, I just find it really, really helpful for me to do that. Although I'd much like to just roll out of bed and roll into the sofa with the kids and snuggle up under a blanket. It's not something that I feel helps me throughout the day. And so I try not to do that. If anything, we'll probably have a cuddle on the sofa a bit later on in the day when the kids are getting a bit tired in the morning. But first thing in the morning, I feel like it puts me in a really good mood if everybody is dressed and ready and the beds are all made upstairs, and then we go downstairs for breakfast. The third thing that I like to do to put me in a good mood is to break up the day with activities that stimulate both my brain and the children's brain, and to go out for some fresh air. So when I feel like I'm getting a bit bored of this, the kids are getting a bit tantrumy, the house is getting trashed, I just need to break up the day with either playing with them, so we'll build some train tracks or building blocks, or we'll do some coloring or some kind of game or activity to break up the day a bit, from independent playing to playing with mummy, to then playing a game by themselves, to watching the telly and then having their lunch, and then possibly going out for a walk. And I'm not the most confident mum when it comes to going out with both my children on my own. I've already talked about this here on my channel, that I have quite a bit of anxiety when it comes to just simply going out on my own with my two children. It's silly, but I do. So just going to the park or going to walk around the block with the kids, it's just something to reset and to get out of the house, get some fresh air and coming back. And I find that that really, really works for me. And I'd love to know what you do when you go out of the house with your children to just get some fresh air. Do you go to the park? Do you go to a friend's house? Where do you go? The fourth thing that I do to put me in a really good mood is to go to the gym. And this isn't something that I manage to do every day. It's definitely a luxury that I only manage a couple of times a week, but I save those for days when I feel like I'm going to be really stressed for some reason and I need to have some me time. It doesn't necessarily have to be go to the gym. Other times I just book to have time for myself. Like I say to Matthew, can you look after both kids for an hour so that I can wash my hair, dry and style it in peace, and that's my me time. But I find that going to the gym is my new kind of me time thing. I've been really enjoying it. I just find it so relaxing, and even though I know that I'm working out and sweating, it's good because I know I'm working on myself and I feel better when I'm home with the kids. I feel like I've had time to breathe and then I can focus on them again, and I just feel like smilier and better. The fifth thing that really, really helps me be in a great mood is to spend some quality time individually with both my children. Honestly, that makes a world of difference, because a lot of the time in the day, if you have more than one child, you know the guilt that you feel like you're not spending enough time with either of them. So when I manage to have quality time on my own with both of them, I just feel so good. I feel like I get to know them more and that I am up to date with what they're doing and their development, and I really pay attention to what they're doing. I've been really enjoying doing some reading with James and working on his phonics alphabet, and he's so good at it, so it gives me a chance to catch up with him and how he's doing and the things that he's good at and the things that maybe I need to work harder on him. And with Isabella, I love working on her speech at the moment. She's coming along so well. She can say so many words now, and I just love catching up with the new things that she says. And my favorite word that she says at the moment is tuddle, and that's meant to be cuddle, but she always comes to me and asks for a tuddle, and it melts my heart. So yeah, spending quality time with my children definitely put me in a good mood. Number 6 is to make time to spend quality time with my husband in the evening. When you have young children, isn't it really hard to spend quality time with your partner? I really struggle. I find it so hard, but I find that days when I make that time and the effort to just chill out together, to watch Netflix or chat about things that we've seen in the day or that we've heard about in the day, things that interest us, it just makes me feel so much better. It puts me in such a good mood, and I think it's that same thing that I mentioned before about spending quality time with the children. It's about catching up and reminding each other about the things that you enjoy together and the things that you have in common, and maybe have some heated debates about things that you don't agree. We do love a great discussion together. We have like lots of things that we agree on, but we do have things that we disagree, and it's great to just like talk about these things. So yeah, I feel like it puts me in a really great mood when we have that time in the evening to just chill out together. It's not always possible because we still have a baby who doesn't sleep through the night, and just general things like I might be working, or we just might both be on our phones and not doing anything, but it makes a big difference. The 7th thing that I find that puts everyone in the house in a really good mood is to swap TV shows or TV programs for musicals. And I've said that before, but both my children are very, very into music and they learn a lot through music. And I find if I swap Peppa Pig for The Sound of Music, or if I swap Ben and Holly for Mary Poppins or Moana, any kind of musicals, it really puts us all in a lively, happy mood, and I feel like they learn so much more, and I'm having the best time ever, like showing them all these musicals that I love and that they're starting to love now. So it's really cute seeing them singing the songs and stuff. Number 8 is to keep the kitchen tidy. Even if the rest of my house is a bomb site, if my kitchen is tidy, it puts me in a good mood. The kitchen is the heart of the house, and I feel like my living room is always messy with toys. There's always laundry somewhere in my house, but if my kitchen is tidy, then I don't know, I just feel like I can relax. It's the place that I go to hide from all the mess. What is your room in your house that you feel like makes a big difference to your mood when it's tidy? Let me know in the comments below. My next thing, I think I've lost count of the numbers, but I'll put it all annotated here. So the next thing that makes me really, really happy is to make sure that I have at least one hot cup of tea or coffee a day. And that is difficult. That is really, really difficult. But if I do, oh, it puts me in such a good mood, and it's something so trivial and so simple, but it puts me in a really good mood. I will admit that I've learned to enjoy cold coffee and cold tea, and I drink them no problems at all now, simply because I've had so many of them, but having that nice warm cuppa, that feeling is amazing. The next thing that makes me really, really happy and chuffed with myself is loosening up the rules or being less strict at bath time. And I'm not like a general or anything. My children are allowed to do things outside of the times and routines and stuff, but I do feel like routine puts some kind of structure in our lives, so I try to stick to them as much as possible. So at bath time, it's the time when I allow myself and the kids to just, you know, chill out, let them splash, let them make a mess in the bath, let them spend as long as they want within reason in the bath, and it's just a really great fun time. Sometimes it's not possible. For example, if we've been out all day and we're back really late and I just want to get them into bed, we will have a very quick bath time routine, but most of the times we can, and I do like it when I let them just have fun and I have fun with them together at bath time. It's easily my favorite time of the day. The next thing that makes me really happy is to make lists, and the reason why it makes me happy is because it allows me to forget things that are going over and over and over again in my brain, and I just feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders and my brain. So I like to make lists about everything. It's not just shopping lists or things to buy or things to do. I like to make lists about thoughts, things that I'm feeling, just like offload it all on my phone. I have a list at the moment here that I'm looking at for things that I need to talk about in this video. So making lists make me really, really happy. Something else that makes me really happy is to clear out a cupboard. Any cupboard, wherever in the house. I am not one to commit to a full like decluttering, minimalism kind of living. I have stuff and I love stuff, so I find it really hard to minimalize, but to just clear out one cupboard or one drawer, oh my gosh, it makes me so happy. I love getting rid of stuff. I absolutely love it. Like, you won't believe how much I love it. I think it's a little bit of my mum in me. My mum is like that. She likes to get rid of stuff that's just no good or she doesn't use anymore. And I'm like that as well. But at the same time, I like keeping stuff. But having that one little cupboard cleared and empty. For example, yesterday I cleared out our crisps cupboard, you know, like the biscuits and crisps cupboard, and it's just, oh, it made me so happy. So yeah, something simple that is definitely doable within the space of a day, but makes me really happy. Another thing that puts me in a great mood is when I learn something new. My brain is so stimulated by knowledge. I absolutely love learning new things, and it could be new things about things, it could be new things about people or even about myself. Just the act of learning puts me in a really great mood, and I think I like sharing the knowledge as well. So if I know a new fact, I'm like so keen and eager to talk to someone and tell them about that new fact and spreading the knowledge, and that makes me really happy as well. And the last thing is not something that necessarily makes me happy, but it's something that helps me feel happier when things are not great. and usually is related to when the kids are being difficult or we're having specific problems with them. And I like to remind myself that my children are only ever this little once, and whatever problems we're going through won't even exist in a year's time or even in a few months' time, because they're growing up so quickly that it's just not worth having a bad day over these problems that are related to their age or their development. And I know it's hard, and sometimes it's inevitable to, have problems and feel down about them. I do that. I feel down about problems that we have as well. But that mindset of thinking they're only ever this little once really helps me to bring myself out of feeling down to actually enjoying and appreciating that moment. For example, last night Isabella randomly woke up at midnight and wouldn't go back to sleep. And I don't usually bring her downstairs with us, but I did. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to miss this. I already miss the days when James used to wake in the middle of the night, and I struggling to remember what it was like. And so I just held her really tight and really close and enjoyed that moment, where I probably wouldn't have done that if I wasn't in that mindset of they're only little ones. And that really helps me put in a positive mood and have a positive spin towards things like that aren't necessarily ideal, but it all worked out well in the end. So these are, I think, 10 or 12 things that put me in a great mood, make me really happy, or just help me have good habits for having a great day. And I hope you found this video interesting. If you found it helpful as well, leave me a comment below. And if you have friends who you think might enjoy these types of videos, then do share with them. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. It's free and you get updated whenever there's a new you get notified when there's a new video from me. I would love to hear from you that watches my videos, either in the comments below, or if you don't want to leave a public comment, you can always send me a private message on Instagram. I'll leave all my links in the description box below. I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.